speaking about the power play, reliable man Swap is always all over it. Stats-wise, this is the second best power play for the Strikers so far this season. So a good start in what is a crucial run chase for their season.
32 has been their best tournament this time round. So they've just bettered that with a towering drive from McGrath. Pitches the foot inside the rope. And some very encouraging signs from the elegant skipper.
Yeah, the way that she plays her cover drive isn't necessarily out in the textbook. She kind of leans back, but she's got those long levers and she's able to get up and under the ball perfectly. Intercepts that free hit and just almost loosened her up a little bit. She's very comfortable out in the middle now.
And there's the gap. Isn't it an amazing thing, cricket? She had a couple of great drives early in the innings before she got going straight to fielders. And now, what fielders?
And it can be only 2 balls, 2 4s, 2 6s, and things can change. The belief can be there, and that's the power of the free hit. Is all your inhibitions go away. At least for one, you get a sider. Now she's away. Forecasting moving forward in this tournament. Imagine 60 plus here from McGrath into another win on Sunday, and bang.
Yeah. Well, she's the key. There's no doubt about that. Good bat in hand. Oh. For one shy of the best power play the WBBL 8, but it's a really positive start despite the loss of that early wicket. It's 1 for 39.
Just look fast. Awesome. Truly magic. Amazing.
Wave of goosebumps.
Sierra. You are a superstar. Emo.
You are a warrior, my friend.
Away. Simply one for one. We're weird. GT Grand Final. Sunday at 8.
So, they've upped the ante quickly. It's largely due to the work of Tavi McGrath, who's only got to 20 twice in a tournament. It's very uncustomary considering what she's been producing in recent times. Copeland just mentioned. If you're a believer in the Strikers and their capacity to take the whole thing out, you're going to start enjoying what you're seeing here, particularly if this lingers for another 4 or 5 overs with her in particular out there, forcing errors from the bowlers and throwing into the attack off that hamstring injury which kept her out for a couple of games. Under pressure immediately.
This is the right bowler to bring into this situation because she has an uncanny ability just to hone in at the stumps and just keep nibbling away at it. Changes of pace, slower deliveries, try and go York up.
Just crafty.
Yeah, she's got all of the tricks. Don't need all the pace sometimes, do you, Coach?
And she's a competitor, and she's straight down left side, and it's another good sign for the McGrath. Doesn't miss out on the bad ball.
Yeah, well struck by Talia McGrath. That one just straying down the leg side and didn't try and overhit it. Knew that boundary was a short one. Fix the gap on the inside of the 45. I think she has that ball again. I reckon she might try and elevate it over the top on that short boundary.
This is looking like a different Talia McGrath,
It's
isn't
not
it?
sticking exactly the same thing.
And that's straight away my brain goes to, but what if, she's on 15, say 2 overs ago, and you think, what if springboard an innings today into Sunday, you make finals firstly, and then you've got your best player in your winter form when it matters most.
You bring Megan Shute back into the side.
That's a great shot. Pick the gap beautifully. And you feel like Talia McGrath going, you can't pick many better batters at the other end than Katie Mack.
They will complement each other really well because she's short in stature compared to Talia. Talia McGrath. So the lengths the bowlers have to keep adjusting, which actually means that they'll capitalise really well when they rotate the strike. So the shorter length delivery that you need to bowl to Talia McGrath is all of a sudden a short delivery to Katie Mack, and she rocks back and pulls it into the gap for 4.
She's a smart player. She adjusts to a situation. She played a foil as comfortably as she can, the lead role. This is encouraging stuff for the strikers. She tied that for one, not down the middle. That's the 50 up. Partnership growing 47 from 32. That's the end of the over. It's 1 for.
Let me introduce myself. I'm Laura Jane from the new owners of Ballarat Volkswagen. Our family has been in the automotive industry for over 40 years, so we know what you and your family want. So come and join the Ballarat Volkswagen family.
What's that? Hold me.
Shut up and take my money. Rattling along here at 10 and over. It's runaway train at the moment. The Adelaide Strikers wickets clearly needed now for the Hobart Hurricanes, who came in knowing that a win was going to put them into the finals, where they were going to end up still to be determined. But this just puts a few banana peels in their way. Keeps the Adelaide Strikers season alive if it continues to go from here.
When they're turning to spin, maybe that's something to do with the fact that Jem Barsby, she picked up 3 wickets. I mean, completely different off spinner with Johnson and Gemma Barsby. This comes from a higher point of release, gets extra bounce. They're hoping just to maybe stranglehold the strikers a little bit, make them search for the boundary.
And this is the phase of the game where, really, if the Hurricanes are being honest with themselves, they made mistakes to get out at this phase of the game after a pretty good start.
50 partnership up. It's pretty effortless, really, by McGrath and Mack.
And the point I was getting to was that if the strikers are able to just keep dictating play without making silly mistakes, I think, as Mignon de Priya just said a little while ago, I think they're way unders with their total.
Just time that nicely.
Yeah, it's really important that inner circle, and Trent spoke about it, that you dive first. Perfect ground for the oldies. You just
Yes.
dive and then, oh well, try. Then you have to turn and chase.
The other benefit is someone else has to chase it when it's in the game.
Short and hammered. It was picked off beautifully by Katie Mack. And 8 runs through the over, it's 1 for 58.
Introducing the new Shark Cordless Apex Pro Pen with PowerFit. Cleanup is a breeze as it efficiently glides across every surface in your home. It cuts through the mess with powerful suction and intelligent precision, easily adapting to every task with clever accessories, boasting plenty of power and capacity to last until the job's done. The new Shark Cordless Apex Pro Pen with PowerFit. Available now, exclusive to Harvey Norman.
It's a partnership, and that family pursues Katie Mack past 300 runs for the tournament again, joins Mooney, Redmayne, and Healy in that company. Kevin Burns not too far away, he's achieved some sort of nick at the moment. If you ever batted better, I don't reckon, Aaron Burns. And that is a thumping blow. What a shot! Wow, pick the bones out of that one.
I just thought to myself, wow, it's going to be interesting here with the short boundary leg side, leg spinning away from it. What would Talia McGrath do? Well, she said, don't worry about the short boundary. Those big long levers that you talked about, the lean back, giving herself the access, 84 metres if you don't mind. Talia McGrath, she's on.
And she's feeling it now, Copes. And this ground is simply not big enough to contain her. Maisie Gibson into the attack. She goes 6-4 the first two balls, and Penny for her thoughts right now.
And her highest score, Talia McGrath right now. You can see Maisie Gibson trying to go flatter, trying to not give it as much loop, but still enough for Talia McGrath to go straight down the ground. So what do they do?
The ground's so small, you need the bowlers to be spot on to give yourself half a chance. And then you need the batter to make a mistake. She is in classic McGrath form right now. Oh, that is brilliant stuff.
I think they've got the field slightly wrong. I actually think that's the type of delivery just to get Talia McGrath off strike. So you almost needed to bring mid on up and put a deep point or a deep cover point. And deciding to do that now, and I think they just missed a trick there. She's almost got to bowl that same delivery right now.
Sean, she goes to the short side soon. There's that cover. The dude on the offside.
And it could also be bringing the deep mid wicket up, so that you at least get an across the line angle on the bat, change the angles that Talia McGrath's looking to hit. She's striking in her career 162 against Maisie Gibson, so she likes the matchup.
That's a full bunger, and that is put away. So Gibson's lost her confidence here, you suspect, and they are feasting this over. Another ball in coming. She's gone for 19.
It's that first delivery, isn't it? When you come on to bowl, you just want to get it absolutely perfect. And it wasn't a bad delivery. She's just facing Talia McGrath, who's now seeing the ball like a beach ball. And because of that six, these loose deliveries are starting to come about. And Kate Mack's now capitalising. The partnership's up to 75, the highest we've seen so far this season for the Adelaide Strikers. It's 178.
There is always a bargain at Ballarat's cheapest cars and used. You'll find us on the corner of Howard and Burbank Streets, Rangaree, or check out the range at ballaratscheapestcars.com.au. With on-site finance available and a massive range, it's got to be Ballarat's cheapest cars and used.
Snooze great deals are too great to miss out on. Save 50% off any mattress when you buy any base, bed frame or snooze bedding pad. Plus, check out our great deals on selected bedroom suites. Hurry, it's Sunday.
So we have a look at Talia McGrath's strike zones today, where she's been feasting. There's really nowhere to contain her at the moment.
Maybe just, on that leg stump line, 67% strike rate there. Anything wide of the stumps, off or leg side, over 200.
Right now, and I know you let the game take its course, and you play first and foremost to get the result. They came into this one 2 points behind on the table, Hobart Hurricanes. The net run rate differential is 0.6 between these two. They can make a real mess of that today, the Adelaide Strikers, if they keep going here. Well, let's swap through the numbers, but they could close that gap, or who knows, they might have to go, they can flip it right here.
Well, and you've got to remember the first scorchers as well are on the same points. Net run rate 0.3 difference between those two. So there are a lot of teams looking at this match and seeing how it's unfolding.
Yeah.
I think there'll be a few that are just going, hang on, how about Hurricanes? Hurry up, get back into the contest, please.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why a big striker's win here throws the whole thing upside down.
And you spoke about that matchup data that we saw there on where to bowl to Talia McGrath right now. She's absolutely flying. If there was one bowler in this lineup who can execute that stump-to-stump line, skidding into middle of the leg, it's Nicola Carey. So I like that Elise Villani has gone to Carey. And the big one for me is she's got to execute. She's under the pump. So that's what Australian players need to do in these big moments. The other thing I don't think either team have done overly well today is bowl to your data that you have in front of you, which is short boundary leg side, offside at the moment, long boundary leg side. Get involved so that the ball's going in that direction more often than not. There's been so many errors in execution that have led to boundaries or sixes over the short boundary. That's just execution that you can't accept that.
Well, McGrath wanted to go. She's got to get back. And she does come in. Another 2 strides committed by Taylor McGrath.
We've got a great angle here, don't we? We can actually see the ball being thrown into the non-striker, and she did look like she was getting.
Yeah, but she got the momentum up the wrong way then. That's another good sign for her back. What a catch! I thought it was over Valani, but the skipper has blocked one, and that's the end of the match.
Well, the old girl just got her timing right. Leaped up with the 2 hands, and then was able to execute a wonderful little roll just to top it off. Just what the Hobart Hurricanes needed. That roll was almost like just to protect herself. But they needed a breakthrough. Nicola Carey does the job with the ball. Hattie Mack, she goes for 29, it's 2 for 80.
Toyota Safety Sense, designed to protect us all. Own what a feeling. Toyota.
So it's destructive. 4-round talent the end dog comes out before the cutting room wicket. And you call the coach that CA contracted player, Nicola Carey comes in time, great need for a team. And, with the help of her skipper, she delivers.
Yeah, and it probably wasn't the ball necessarily I thought it would be. The wider ball, wide full ball outside off stump, but a great bit of fielding from the skipper. Big wicket.
Just 2 runs from the over, which is equally as important. 8 overs gone, it's 2 for 80.
GTMI, your partner in machinery and your local Case IH dealer. From the day you purchase your machinery, you can expect a higher standard of sales knowledge and the very best after-sales service and parts. GTMI, your partner in machinery.
This is a sweet feeling for Elise Valani. She had the smile on her face before she hit the deck, and she's still got a bit of life in those legs as she pushed her way up. Played a bit of footy as a kid, so those footy skills on display, and they came to the fore when required. It was a great catch by the captain, and great so crucial partnership with Mignon du Preez. They're good enough to be on the mic. We'll get to her after this delivery. Mignon, it's obviously crucial now, as the wickets are badly required by you and your teammates.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think this is something we just wanted, but sometimes a moment of brilliance like that from Denise Valani that we just saw might just change the momentum back into our favour again. So I think that was obviously a crucial partnership, and we got the breakthrough, and now we just need to keep on going.
Chat like after that wicket? Who was talking the most?
It was Julia, Miss Valani. Yeah, I think she just obviously once batters get going at times as fielders, you just look at them as flat, and we just said we just need to start looking like we can get back into it and we can be back on top because the momentum changes so quickly in T20 cricket, and all it takes is one. Yeah. Another wicket, and you never know. We can expose them a little bit. So definitely, I think for us, in the first bit, we maybe were searching a little bit, and there was just too many full ball deliveries. So hopefully the batters will just go back to their game and make it with our sweepers. Yeah, what about that?
I mean, we all know how good a summer Talia McGrath had last year. She hasn't been in the best of form this year, but now she's started to get going. How do you stop her? what do you do?
This is not how you start, it's how you finish. Yeah, she definitely looks like she means business. I think for us, the key thing is just association and bolt out. To be honest, I haven't been in the bowling meeting, so I'm not quite sure what all their plans were, but I think all the organizers are dangerous. I think she's got a very long lever, so we need to probably try and tuck her up a little bit and just take her face off the ball.
Good on you, Mignon. Thanks for being part of it again.
No worries, guys.
It starts to feel like a partnership, doesn't it? Carey and Graham. I thought they're the two in tandem who could drag this back Hobart's way. That's a very good over from Heather Graham. Just the 3 from it. It's 2 for 83.
I went to the grand too.
I don't want you to miss out on something amazing.
I told you I loved you.
I might be the luckiest guy in the world right now.
Do you know how long it's been?
Expecting someone else.
The road to the final starts next week on 7 and 7 Plus.
Join me here from the Woolies Chill Zone on the hill at North Sydney Oval. And I tell you what, I do enjoy watching cricket being played at Allan Waterfield, but the hill here, this beanbag, it's difficult to look graceful in the beanbag, I will say that. I am doing comms, Lise, I'm sorry I'm a bit delayed. I have a smoothie to choose, that's critical. I'm not quite sure what I'll do. I'm going to employ one of these young kids maybe to head on for me and create it.
If you bring up a banana smoothie, I'll forgive you.
Can do, round of bananas coming up.
So only Smith in the attack, and I look forward to that smoothie being delivered.
She's got good hamstrings, unlike
Yeah.
quads, sorry, quads.
Why, hamstrings, really?
She's just a little muscle, Kirby.
I wonder, Copes, whether the temptation would have been to keep Carey on here and just really try and lock him down with your 2 internationals.
I'll just jump in here. The matchups to Deandra Dotton leg spin
Yeah.
is phenomenal. And given the fact that Maisie Gibson has gone for 20 runs off her first over, it's a big ask to ask her to come up against a player who could actually probably hit over the fig tree here quite comfortably. But let's throw it to the youngster instead. They're a little bit more resilient, but leg spin has been Deandra Dotton's kryptonite.
Well, and my response was going to be how crucial Carey is at the death.
Yeah.
I think she's a key bowler towards the back end of the innings. Sometimes you might go one extra from your best bowler to try and crack it open. And there's an argument to be said that they might not get to it.
No, that's it, right? Yeah. Dotton's looking at balls like they're bikers who have to spit off the decanter, aren't they?
That's the thing, and I caught up with her at the Commonwealth Games and went out and said, hey, when I was playing against you, and this is a long time ago, we knew leg spin was an issue. Why is it still an issue? She goes, I've learned not to run down now. So if I see her come leave her crease, I'll be fascinated what got her to that position. But because of that, she misses out a lot, I think. So that's why leg spin just gets into her head straight away.
Well, this for the Hurricanes, and Elise Maloney is proving to be a terrific over. They could have gone for the youngster, but she's got through the first 5 balls with just 2 runs from her bowling. Big delivery this. Great stuff from Amy Smith. It's a mini win in the contest here for her and her team. So drinks will be taken. It's the halfway mark. It's 2 for 86 and 50 on.